What's going on, friends? This is Kaz, and if you're over 40 years old, you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, maybe a business owner, real estate agent, coach, or consultant, and you want to get your brand out there, the answer is going to be video. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it in this short video. If this is your first time here, again, my name is Kaz, and I've helped, along with my agency, hundreds of coaches and consultants and real estate agents get attention and acquire millions of views on their brand by using video. So I want you to stay tuned, right? So last week we saw a miraculous fight. It was Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I'm not going to get into what I love or hate about them, but I do want to give you some history. So I grew up in New York, and as I grew up, I'm 50 years old. Mike Tyson's 58. I actually watched the rise and fall of Mike Tyson. And anybody that's into boxing, or maybe if you're not even into boxing but you're into sports, Mike Tyson is a legend, right? And he has done a fantastic job, or he did a fantastic job, in his early 20s, late teens, early 20s, just knocking people out. And it was evident that he was a prodigy and he had a special gift, right? And he was doing what he was doing at a very early age. And I think, because of his, immaturity, it led him down a path of destruction. He's later arrested. I think he did 6 years for rape. He was just a menace, right? But then he turned his life around. So he's 58 years of age right now. And I think throughout his career before, being this age, he amassed, hundreds of millions of dollars. I think, maybe over $400 or $500 million. And he lost it all, right? He lost it all. But now when you listen to him, you could hear the wisdom, you could hear the humility in his voice. He's out here doing great things, trying to help younger people avoid some of the mistakes that he's made. So I appreciate what he's doing. Now, in contrast, Jake Paul has been known as a bad boy. I think at one point in his career, his moniker was a problem child. Not likable, but he's done his thing, and I also see him maturing as well. He's still not a likable guy, but he's maturing, right? So they've decided to put together, this fight. At one point, it was canceled. It came back on, and the fight actually happened last week. And I'm going to get to you if you're a real estate agent or a coach. I'm going to show you what you actually could do to command this sort of attention, right? Both of them have done a great job. And, some people are saying that it was a con, like they got us all to tune in and watch. But I think they did a fantastic job for both of their brands. So Mike Tyson has a brand, obviously a personal brand, Mike Tyson, the champion brand. But now he does podcasts. He also endorses edibles. And I think a week or two ago, he started putting out edibles in the shape of ears. So if you know boxing, he bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear. And that's his thing. That's like a joke, but it's selling, right? Same thing with Jake Paul. If you watch any of his videos, you see that he endorses W, which is his own brand of men's personal care, smell good products, deodorant, sprays, etc. He also has a contract with Celsius, and then he has another brand that he used in promotions to actually partner with Netflix, one of the largest video distribution channels, in the world right now, right? So I say this to say that, yes, they made money. Mike Tyson, I believe, $20 million just from the fight. Jake Paul, $40 million just from the fight. But they stand to make additional income based on the fact that they were also promoting their brands at the same time. So I really want to give a high five out to both of them. And for you as a business owner, you could do the same thing in regards to getting attention on your brand, right? And then talking about, the things that you offer. So how do you do it? What you want to do is really pay attention to what's going on. You want to make sure that, you are offering tons of value, and believe it or not, your expertise is valid. So if you've been afraid of making videos, you're not sure if anybody's going to listen, know that you have a lot to offer. If you're older than 40, older than 50, older than 60 years old, you've been through some struggles, you've had some obstacles, you faced them, and guess what? You know how to avoid those obstacles better than most because you've actually experienced it, right? So you could guide, right? I'm not saying that you have to flip into a coach, but know that there are millions of people out there that are looking for your help, they're looking for your expertise, and they trust you because you've gone through it. So just know that just being older than 40 years old alone is an automatic credibility booster, right? So the next thing is that, some people that reach out to me, they're like, "Hell, well, Kaz, I don't know what to talk about. I'm scared. Like, I don't, you know, forget about if people are going to listen or not. I just don't know how to do a video. I've never done a video before, and I don't know what to talk about." Right. So what I'm going to do is actually give you a free link. If you just comment the word guide down below, I'm going to send you a free guide, and it's going to give you the structure of not only how to, run through a video to, introduce yourself, have some type of body, know what to say at the end. It's going to also come with examples, right? And you can use those to start creating videos. I can tell you right now, if you just start creating videos online in a consistent manner, you can help your brand or your business blow up just by you offering credible, sound, valuable advice on a regular basis, right? Don't worry about equipment. Don't worry about having to run out and buy a fancy camera. Don't worry about needing a drone. People have said to me directly, "Hey, Kaz, I want to do video, but give me a couple months. I want to save up to buy this camera," or they'll just be like, "Hey, Kaz, what camera are you using? What do you have there? Can I get the model so I could go on Amazon and buy the same thing?" I always tell them no, right? First, focus on getting one video out, then 5 videos out, then 10 videos out, just offering your advice. Very simple. You don't need tons of cuts or edits. That will come later. The high valued equipment will come later, right? The drone, if you need something like that, which I'm telling you don't need, that could come later. You can literally, get on mic with your cell phone and start recording videos today. So the two things that I would say that you want to be mindful of is good lighting, and number two, good audio. So to get good lighting, you could do it in your office, you could do it in your car, you could do it outside. You could just really do it in front of glass that has natural light just coming in, just to make sure that your face shows up, right? Ladies, you don't need to be fully made up. Look presentable, look decent, but be yourself. And then with audio, just make sure that you have a clear background. You're facing your phone. You're talking into the mic. You're not, you're confident. Even though you're scared, you can be scared but confident. It's okay. This is just practice. You're confident in what you're talking about. And believe it or not, if you have legitimately been doing real estate for 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you have a lot of knowledge, right? So just talk about what you're good at, right? If you're a mobile mechanic and that's what you do and you've been doing it for 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, talk about some of the fears, desires, things that you see people go through and how to avoid them, on a micro level or even on a macro level, and help people in your videos. So guess what? If people run into trouble with XYZ, they're gonna be like, "Hey, every week or so, Billy has been giving me advice on how to fix this thing," right? I trust him or her now because that's what I see them doing on a regular basis. I see them helping. They give me lots of advice, and oh, by the way, I like their personality. I like the way they dress. I like the things they talk about. I see that they like dogs or sports or food or cooking the way that I love sports or dogs or cooking, right? I want to follow, and I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out. So don't be afraid. The third hack is, just like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, you could use attention on your brand just by talking about relevant things and then attaching the relevant things to your industry. That's all you have to do. You don't have to dance. You don't have to act crazy. You don't have to be a clown. You can still be very professional, very classy, and still come through on video just talking to your friends on camera, just like this. And I guess that leads me to my fourth point is that every conversation, if you're scared of jumping on camera and you're afraid of what your friends and family might think, these videos that you're creating are not for them. They're for your potential clients. They're for the people that you have gotten into business to help anyway. So just talk about what you see going on in your industry. Talk about things that your potential clients could avoid, and pretend you're talking to a friend, either at the bar or at church or at work, in the office, or even if your cousin called and was like, "Hey, Susan, I know that you sell houses. I'm not sure what to do because the interest rates won't go down." And then give them your unscripted advice. You know the industry. You've been doing this, so you got it, right? You got it. So this is a message to you guys. Definitely, take my advice in regards to getting started. If you want that free guide, just go ahead and comment the word guide down below. I'm going to send it right over to you. And get started today. You don't have to wait any longer. You can start doing videos today, right? And start getting clients tomorrow, all right? If you like content like this, go ahead and click the next video. You'll see it pop up on the screen. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Comment guide down below. I'll send you that guide and let's start creating videos. Talk to you later. Peace.